Let's get it. What is up, guys? What is up? Today we're gonna go ahead and back test the week that just passed. This week was pretty good in my opinion, especially with indices. So I want to go ahead and show you guys the moves that maybe you guys caught or maybe you guys had missed, right? So if you guys want me to look at anything specific for you guys, make sure you guys put that in the chat. That way I can go ahead and take a look at that. But let's go ahead and start with NASDAQ. So we can already see here that on the daily time frame, we're on the daily time frame, right? SPX, NAS at US 30, they all move the same. So if you guys take a look at them, you don't just trade NAS and US 30 by themselves. I look at all of them, right? And I got that from Mike because they are all what is it called? They correlate. They're correlating pairs, right? So I mark them all up to get a better understanding of what can happen or how far the market can drop. And they all were on alignment this week. So crazy, crazy. Okay, Austin, I see you. So let's go ahead and start off with NAS, right? We can easily see that the market is in an uptrend. Market's making higher highs, higher lows. Break a structure. We make a high, we make a low. We make a new high, and then we can see that the market dipped below, and this was definitely a fake out. So if you guys were looking at some type of sales right here, the market came up in a hurry. They didn't leave much liquidity to even be thinking that we can take some sales here. And if you did take sales, it is what it is, right? We all get clapped and we all get got here and there. Trust me, I get it. But because I didn't see enough consolidation being built up, I didn't take these buys or these sales at all. So I was actually looking for bullish market. So we ended up getting another break of structure. So we have higher high, higher low, higher high. So we can see that the market gave us a clean break of structure to the upside, giving us a solid BOS. Now, when we look at this, let's just go ahead and clear off all the charts so we can just make everything clean. When we see this right here, guys, what are we looking at? What can we see with this break of structure? What can we see on this chart specifically? I'm not trying to drop down or anything just yet, but what can we see with this setup that we can capitalize on? Does anybody have an idea? If you guys see something, you guys can definitely circle it. When it comes to iPhone 23, when it comes to levels, we don't take a look at imbalances. But if you do and you see that, solid, man, or solid, sis. You don't have a name. If you can you change your name to your name? I'd appreciate that. That way I can call you your name instead of iPhone. But inverted starting point buy, head and shoulders. So there is an inverted head and shoulders, and there is a starting point, right? So when it comes to the inverted head and shoulders, this is what we want to see. Consolidation being built up, a sweep of liquidity, and then a change of direction to the upside, right? That's what we have here. We can see that the market built liquidity, right? The market peaked below and swept this liquidity and shifted the market up, right? So we do have a liquidity sweep, and then the market gave us that break of structure to the upside, continuing that the market trend. Does that make sense, guys? Give me a one if that makes sense. So this is what we have right here. Left shoulder right here, neckline, head, change of direction, right? So we were looking for the market to come back a little lower if you were looking to take this as an inverted and send that back up, right? Not only do we have an inverted, so let's just go ahead and mark that up because we should identify always. Once you see it, mark it up and identify. But there's also another thing, and it looks like, I believe, there was only one person who caught it. Does anybody see an other setup in this specific area? Notice how we have a rally breakout to the upside right here, guys. What do we look for? Anytime we have a rally breakout to the upside, what do we look for? We look for a specific thing in the market. Anybody know other than Jose Candido? We don't look for fair levels, doesn't look for imbalances or fair value gaps.
Violation.
There is also a violation, yes. Who said that?
Me, we out.
Well, again.
Yeah, inverted head and shoulder.
Okay, cool. Cool. So as an inverted, this isn't a violation, right? This is just a regular inverted head and shoulder. When we look for bias, when the market is bullish, that's exactly what we want to see, the inverted. Now, when you're talking about a violation, right? The violation is when we have a regular head and shoulder. And we do, right? We definitely have that. Notice how we have the market build liquidity, we sweep it to the upside, and then market gives us that fake out change of direction. So once we have this violation, if you were looking to take buys around this specific area, the market actually gave you some. We had a little bit of drawdown for sure, but the market's starting to move your way, which is great, right? Let's go, my guy. I see you, baby. But I tend to just stick with inverteds in an uptrend because I don't want too many zones, right? I really don't. But let's see, AK, the starting point, baby. Yes. What are the requirements to the levels chat? If someone can drop the qualification chat in here, I would greatly appreciate it. So look at this, guys. Anytime we get a rally breakout, notice how we have a nice rally breakout to the upside. Thank you, Josue. We need to follow that rally breakout to the last selling candle that started that move, right? So we have one green candle, two green candle, three green candle. I'm just going to count that as a green candle because that doesn't have a green or red. So when that's bullish, I'm counting that as a green. 4, 5, and boom. This is the last selling candle right here before this market gave us that break of structure to the upside, right? So this last selling candle right here is going to be my starting point. This is my demand zone. Everybody type in the chat or unmute and say demand zone. Oh, what's up, bro? What's good, bro?
Demand zone.
Let's go. So
Demand zone.
anytime, oh,
Demand
appreciate
zone.
you. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Thanks, Will. I appreciate you. Thanks, Josue. So anytime we see we have a rally breakout to the upside, guys, find your starting point. Find the last selling candle that gave us that bullish momentum, that bullish breakout. We don't just want to see the momentum. We want to see the bullish breakout, right? So with that, this is my daily demand zone. So as the market is coming down to my area, let's go ahead and just press the replay button. Let's go, Augustine. Let's go, baby. So as I drop down to the 4-hour now, we're waiting right here, right? We're waiting in this specific area. So as the market is dropping, let's go ahead and press play. This is on 10 speed. Oh, snap. Too fast, baby. Too fast. Too fast. Let's change that speed real quick. Dang, I really have it on 10 speed. That's crazy. Okay, let's just play it from right here. So as the market drops, guys, we need to follow our break of structures to the downside and our change of characters to the upside. This lets us know when the market is ready, right? Because just because we bounced off this, we can still head down lower. We can. We can still head down lower. So we need to mark up the structure that the market gives us, right? So let's go ahead. Let's see. So this is the thing. We look at this, right? And the market doesn't break and close below. We would, right? So that's not a break of structure to the downside. That's going to be a liquidity sweep. Let's drop down the 1 hour time frame, right? That would be considered a liquidity sweep because this wick pushes lower than this, and then we automatically change direction to the upside, giving us a change of direction, right? Let's see. Am I tripping? Okay. So look, checking me out, guys. Let's go ahead and zoom in. So we can see we have another bullish rally right here. Do you guys see that? Give me a 2 if you guys can see that. And if you guys can, if you guys are brave enough, unmute and tell me you can see that. Let me know.
I could see that.
I can
Let's
see
go,
that.
baby. Let's go. So we can see the market touched our demand zone, swept liquidity, and immediately jumped to the upside, giving us a breakout rally. Now, again, this breakout rally I'm sorry, this bullish momentum gave us the breakout. And that's what we want. We want to see the rally and the momentum give us the breakout. So again, my starting point. This is the last selling candle, that gives us the bullish breakout. Right? Now, there's a specific zone. Now, I know that this right here could be considered my shoulder, but I was really looking at this specific zone right here because this looks a whole lot cleaner. We have a break of structure to the downside, right? This definitely broke structure to the downside. Now, notice how we changed direction, not only here, but here as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put my box right here. This is my left shoulder, right? We have left shoulder, neckline, the head, change of direction. So what I want to see now is the market to come down this way and give me some type of entry. That way we can go ahead and shift the market up with that bullish momentum. Give me a 2 if that makes sense, guys. That's what I want to see right here.
It makes sense.
So when I'm awesome. So when I'm looking at this is what I want. I want my entry at the shoulder, my stop loss at the low, minimum 1 to 3 risk to reward. Now, as I'm doing this, I want to go ahead and have everything marked up. So this is my 1-to-1. This is where I'm gonna go ahead and put partials. I'm sorry, my break even. Break even. 1-to-2. This is where I take partials. And then 1-to-3. We let that baby ride and hit take profit. Right. So let's go ahead and press play and see what the market was looking at. So again, notice how the market just ranges. We change direction, right? We change direction and then we start to consolidate. This is what we want to see. This is like when you see consolidation right after a change of character and we start to range, that's a good thing. Now we may have to wait a little bit to get this entry here, but that's okay. You guys just have to set alerts and know that once we get this is target number 1. Right? This is target number 1, especially if you're looking to hold long term. You know, again, what do I like to say, guys? Anytime the market makes that U-turn and comes back for you, right? The market made this U-turn right here to come back for us. Notice that. The market gave us this change of direction. Boom. And then as soon as it made that U-turn to come back for us, that's exactly where our first take profit should be. Give me a 2 if that makes sense, or unmute and let me know if that made sense.
Makes sense.
Awesome.
Makes sense.
Let me go ahead and leave that. I hope I don't drop this. We good, baby. So with that, let's go ahead. Market's right in their area. Market's already given us break even, right? Break even sentiment. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it comes down here, right? But again, guys, like you can't be mad about having good money management. You know what I'm saying? Like you really can't. If you want to start seeing some type of results, you need to follow some type of plan. Now, sometimes the market's going to do what it does and hit you break even, and sometimes it's going to take off. But you can't be mad when you're following your rules, right? Can't be mad. Now, the market literally, look at that. Market hit my partial zone. If I don't take partials, what happens? Unmute and tell me.
Get
If
smacked.
I don't take, I break it, you don't take nothing home. But look at this.
Get smacked.
Settle down, settle down. So it hits my partial zone, and I should be able to take money off the playing field, right? Boom. Okay, it hits me break even. It is what it is. But this trade in my eyes, guys, is a win. Why? Because I was able to take money off of the charts and put it into my account. And once it's in your account, you gotta have enough humility to be like, you know what? I'm gonna take some from that account and put it into my bank account. Right. So This was something that I was looking at. It definitely took off to continue buying, but we can't be mad at having good money management. Right? I mean, we can't. I mean, that's the whole thing, right? Like we really can't be mad and upset having good money management. I mean, it is what it is, like it really is what it is, but you're able to capitalize on these moves. Not every move you take, guys, is a winner. Like a 1 to 10, 1 to 15, a 1 to 20, sometimes not even a 1 to 3. Not every trade you take, guys, is the one. So we need to understand that, right? Not every trade we take is the one. So cool. This zone got some activity off of it. Once it comes back into this area, like if it comes back into this zone specifically, I need to look for the same thing to happen again in order to have some confidence in the setup. Right. But as of right now, I'm just going to delete that to have some clarity in the chart. Now, this is what I'm seeing. Right? We were able to get consolidation in this area. The market sweeps, and I would have liked the market to break out a little bit before coming back. Right. So let's see what happens. So I need a change of character here to the upside. All right. Let me see. Consolidation. Liquidity sweep. Now, I would like this change of character to give me that bullish confirmation. And once we get this, then I want the market to come back, right? Then I would want the market to come back and take off. And again, we haven't even left the 1 hour. Could we have caught maybe this trade on the lower time frame? Yeah, for sure. But right now I'm keeping it easy and simple on the 1 hour time frame. So let's go ahead. Let's see what the market's doing. Consolidating. Guys, we need to have enough understanding in the market as well to know when the market is actually consolidating. Like the market's not doing much right here. It's building up liquidity, right? That's a good thing. But look at this. We have a liquidity sweep, and then we have the change of character. So once we had this liquidity sweep and change of character, there was an opportunity right here at this left shoulder. Now we have some profit. Let's see if that was able to continue up with that bullish momentum. Oh, that's live. Okay, so that was it right there. But so that's live market right here, guys. The market is literally where the market ended, right? But look at this. We're still ranging in this area, right? So if we get this breakout to the upside, if we get that change of character, I would like to see if we can come back in this area. Let's delete that because that looks funky. I would like to see if we can come back in this area. Head, change of character. Let's see if we can come back. I'd like that if we can get the breakout. Why? Because I'm seeing some liquidity being built up right here. Right. So I would like to see, now that we got that liquidity, I would like to see if we can actually break out. And once we get this change of character, let's go ahead and see if we can take some opportunities and shift the market up. But in my opinion, guys, this was a decent enough move to take partials because, guys, you guys got to think this is nice, right? Like 0.01. This alone, that was already 380 pips, depending on where you entered inside of this area. So for sure, you could have closed out. I mean, that's a nice bag, 0.01 on a small account. Got to be real, right? I would be happy with that on a small account. 300 pips to make $300. Quick move. That's solid, right? That's super solid. Now let's take a look on a lower time frame, right? Let's see why the market dropped this low. Why did the market drop this low after continuing? Let's drop down to the 15 and see if we can see something. Let's drop down to the 5 and see if we can see something more specific. So there's something down here, but it doesn't look like it's on the 5. It looks like it's actually on the 1 minute. So a lower time frame. At that point, you'd be a minute menace, You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, right? Catching moves like this requires detail. It requires detail, fam. So let's go ahead and zoom in. And the same rules apply. No, like literally nothing changes, guys. Absolutely nothing. Just because we went from the daily down to the 1 minute, nothing changes, right? We can see we had a break of structure here. Bearish BOS. Same thing happens here. Bearish BOS. Same thing happens here. Bearish BOS. So we can see that the market is pretty bearish in this area. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Right now, the market, we can see that the market gave us a change of direction. Boom, right here. Right here, fam. Even though it's a very, very small breakout rally, that's a 2 candle breakout rally on the 1 minute. And yes, we did break and close above. That is a clear break and close above, guys. Right? So with that being said, 2 candle breakout rally, we have to follow that rally back down to the last selling candle that started that move. So we have 1 candle, 2 candle, boom, right there. That's my starting point. Let's go ahead. Look at that. That's action. That's a snipe. I mean, you can't, I mean, that's a snipe. You probably get no drawdown if you were looking at something like this. Because I like to enter when it first touches, right? So $35 risk. I mean, 1 to 3 is already $100 plus reward. $100 reward. That's fire. To me, that is fine. That is market structure. That is clean and simple. That is what you want to see, guys. Anything that looks anything different or ugly, you can stay away. I would respect if you stayed away, right? But something as clean as this, guys, take the opportunities. Take the opportunities, man. So we can see that was a good trade that hit, right? That was a good trade that hit. But we also have this left shoulder right here, right? So let's push this over. So obviously, this left shoulder on the 1 minute is still open. We can see that this right here never touched my shoulder. How does that 2 candle thing work? 2 bullish candles and you identify the entry? How does that 2 candle thing work? 2 bullish candles and you identify the entry? Bruno, how new are you, bro? Got you. So when it comes to the starting point, right? When it comes to the starting point, we need to see a breakout rally. That's the most important thing. We need to see a breakout and at least a breakout rally. So we can see that the market gave us a change of character here, a bullish change of character. Right now, Bruno, do we have at least 2 candles that broke out? Yes, right? So when you see that, you follow that rally back down to the last selling candle that made the breakout. Does that make sense, bro? Identify the rally and follow that rally back down to the last selling candle that made the breakout. Does that make sense? Fire. Awesome. So look what we got. We got 1 candle, 2 candle, boom. That last selling candle, that's my starting point. You could have taken this as an opportunity right here. Now, but that leaves our shoulder is still open, right? Shoulder is still open, but look at this, Bruno. Bruno, we have higher high, higher low, higher high. Bruno, you tell me, bro. All right. Would you consider this a break of structure to the upside? Would you consider that a break of structure to the upside? Awesome. Would you consider this a breakout rally? Breakout rally? So we have a 2 candle breakout here, and we have a 3 candle breakout here. This is considered a rally, and this isn't. That's definitely a breakout rally, bro. Definitely, right? So when we see higher high, higher low, we need to break above this previous higher high to make more highs. Higher low, higher high. I'm sorry. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Breakout rally, higher high, higher low. Breakout rally, higher high. Does that make sense, Bruno? Awesome. I don't want it to look good. I need it to make sense, bro. Let me know if that makes sense. No? Makes sense. All right, man. Guys, if you're gonna ask the questions, I'm gonna put you on the spot. So don't be, I'm not trying to embarrass y'all, right? Don't be shy. It's okay. I'm trying to clarify things, right? But yeah, that's definitely a breakout rally, right? Oh man, I wish I understood Spanish. Someone translate, please.
It's like I never seen such an easy way of breaking down this.
Awesome. Let's go. No, you're good. Awesome. So look at that, guys. We have a break of structures. Bro, you got to teach me. How do you block people on the call? Let's block Angie real quick. Right? So look at guys, we have a starting point right here. Now, these are the last two entries way down here that I would take a look at for buys. Right? Especially when you see something this clean. Why did the market come down? Why did the market come down this low? Now let's take a look. The stop loss would be here. Market jumped up. Now look, market's far. So if you're looking at this, you're like, man, the market ain't coming back down here. Let's just continue looking to where market is now, right? And you can definitely do that, but guys, do not forget about these areas. Like it's super important you guys don't forget about areas. The best thing you could do is set alerts. Even if it looks far, don't ever think, oh man, that's too far. It ain't coming back there. Don't ever think that, guys. Don't ever think that because you guys are gonna one, be afraid to take opportunities and probably miss opportunities because your alarm isn't set, right? I've been there, speaking from experience. So when we see the market come down, let's see. Where she go? Where she go? Oh my goodness, bro. Off of the starting point. So even if you took the starting point play here with your stop loss at the dominant low, that's only a $48 risk. A $48 risk. Now, obviously, 1 to 3 is definitely preferred, right? The minimum, a 1 to 3. But when we go back up to the higher time frame and we take a look at what we can possibly take advantage of, right? We could possibly take advantage of. Guys, if this is my setup right here, if this is my setup right here, and the market left, right? The market took off and came back for me and made this U-turn right here to come back for me. Where do you think I'm going to take profit at? Where do you think I want to hold this trade to? If you can annotate on my chart, you can go ahead and annotate. Just make sure you guys can delete it. Oh, Kenny John on everything, bro. Let's go. But yeah, I would like to take it right here. Whenever the market makes that U-turn, right, it gives us a setup. Gives us a setup. Let's actually, I want to use the other one. Boom. Gives us a setup and takes off. Anytime it takes off and makes that U-turn to come back from you guys, that's exactly where I would like to take profit at. Right here. So let's take a look. Take a look at where we're at. I mean, shoot, we're up right now. The market right now has given us at least a 1 to 7. Now, the market can still give us that 1 to 8. And that's an absolute snipe with only a $48 risk. Now, for me, someone may look at this and be like, yo, that's a $48 risk. Are you crazy? You know what I'm going to say? Are you at this? For me, guys, I'm not worried about having the tightest stop loss in the world. I want to take advantage of opportunities and put my stop loss at the lows or the highs of funds. Right? Are you talking about this one? This was the liquidity street. So this trade right now, so I look to sell at the high point. No, that's not what I said. I like to put my stop loss at the high and low points. See how this is a low point right here? See how there's a wick and there's a low point? Let's delete this stuff, man. You see how that's a low point right there? My setup was somewhere inside of this. Right? So my entry, my stop loss. Minimum 1 to 3 risk to reward. Make sense, AK?
Yes, that makes sense.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now, people don't really trade SPX a lot. But SPX did its thing. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Let's see, was it? Oh, yeah, it was this one. Okay, cool. So the same thing happened, right? And this is why I like to look at all of the indices together. So let's take a look at the daily time frame on US 30. Let's delete some charts. I could always mark them back up. Look at how low US 30's entry was. Right now, let's delete this for clarity. Now look at SPX. Notice how on US 30, this is super far from the entry. SPX looks just a bit closer, right? Just a bit closer. And then when I look at NAS, it's that much closer, not much closer, right? So obviously NAS was the one that touched the demand zone, and SPX was just shy, and NAS never had a chance, right? But look at this. I like to look at these zones and just wait. I set alerts and I wait. Got you, got you, got you. So once I see that the market, guys, I have zones that I'm waiting for. You know what I do when the market is dropping down to my zones, guys? This is what I do. This is what you guys should be doing. It helps you find setups that much easier. Notice how we have a break of structure to the downside. Guys, would you consider this a break of structure to the downside? We have consolidation, support, support, support. Would you guys consider that a breakout rally?
Yes.
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 So we have a bearish break of structure. Thank you. Anybody that wants to, unmute, feel free to do so. We have a bearish break of structure. So now my change of character line would be here. Need change of character for buy opportunity. For me, I have it like this, but for the calls, you guys know I have it need change of character for buy op. And I make it blue because as soon as we get that bullish momentum, the bullish change of character, we know it's game time, right? So let the market continue. So now we have a pullback. Market's dropping, gave us a lower low, lower high. We need the market to sweep this or break and close and then change character, right? So that's what I'm looking at. We have to be patient for these things to happen. Building liquidity still hasn't broken and closed below here or peaked and closed below or peaked below. Boom. We finally got that. Now let's see what happened. That isn't a break of structure. You see how this is a BOS because we actually broke structure? This isn't a break of structure. What would this be? Does anybody know what this would be exactly? And if you don't know, it's okay, but you can unmute and be wrong. It's totally fine.
Liquidity sweep.
Liquidity sweep.
It would be a liquidity sweep. So that's what we label it as. Now, a break of structure and change of character and a liquidity sweep and change of character is the same thing. It's the same setup that we're looking at. Same market structure is happening, right? Because if we drop down to the 1 hour, that probably is a sweep. Let me see. That probably is a breaker structure. See, that is a breaker structure. On the 4 hour, not so much, right? But that's okay. But now that we have this, my change of character line needs to be updated to right here. Because as soon as we get shoulder, neckline, head, and as soon as we get this change of character, guys, as soon as we get this, guys, it's game time. We're looking to take some buys. It's okay if the market was just shy of my entry. There is nothing I can do as a trader when the market is shy. There's nothing I can do, guys. My job is to mark up and identify what the market is doing. And if the market touches my buy zone, my job is to click buy. And if it doesn't, my job is to continue to mark up and to get the confirmations from the market. Give me a 1 if that makes sense, or unmute and let me know if that makes sense. Awesome. Awesome. So check me out. Missed my buy. Can it still come down? Yeah, we can still have something that looks like this. Consolidation, come down, consolidation, come down. We can still have that. So I need to continue to identify. So let's go ahead. Markets. Okay. We got the change of character. So let's go ahead and update that. Let's actually just delete the line because I don't like that line for change of characters. I like to keep it clean. Bullish change of character. Awesome. Let's go, baby. So this is a 1 candle rally. On the lower time frame, there's probably 2, or there's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. So we can stay here, actually. We can do it for right here. Now, guys, this 5 candle rally, would you guys consider this a rally breakout?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Yes. Once we find that rally breakout, we need to follow that rally deep down the last selling candle, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom, right here. That's my starting point. This is my demand zone. Boom. Now let's see if that's the same size. Yeah, it's the same size on the 4 hour. And my shoulder is going to be this right here. Boom. Shoulder. So now let's take a look.
I have
If
a
you're
question.
somebody, yeah, go ahead.
So what is the shoulder really for? Like,
That is also a buy zone.
okay. Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. So when it comes to levels, I like to show you guys 2 types of entries, the starting points or supply and demand. We call them starting points and levels because it starts the breakout rally. That last selling candle starts that momentum that gives us the breakout rally. So we call it a starting point, but it's your supply and demand, right? So that's one opportunity. And then the shoulder, that's going to be, that's the entry that I really want, because usually it's the deepest entry inside of the setup, right? So when it comes to, this is the lower low, but this lower low to my setup is my shoulder, right? Lower high. The lower high is my neckline. Now, as soon as the market goes lower, this right here is considered my head, and it can only be a head once we change character, right? So let's just say, let's delete this and we'll play it back 1 bar. Right? So let's just say, yes, sir. Thank you, Miguel. So let's say market drops down, right? We can't even use this as an entry yet. We can't even use this. This shouldn't even be here, and this shouldn't be here either, right? We don't even have it set up. But as soon as we change character, we can now use these entries as these specific zones in the market for entries. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense.
Awesome. So I like to at least have 2 to 3, but I've seen it to where there's a 1 candle breakout rally, especially like this, right? When you can see something that's clean, like, bro, that's clean, right? Now, if the candle kind of looks something like this, Let me extend the line. If the candle looks something like that, where it's like barely over or like right on top of it, to where you're like guessing, well, like, shoot, is that a change of character or not? It's not a change of character. Just wait for the next candles to form so you can finally get the confirmation you need. Right? I hope that makes sense. As long as you can see a solid break of structure, whether it's one or two candles, that's good enough for me. Awesome. 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 Now, especially when you see a one candle, like one candle on one time frame, if you drop down, usually it's at least like 3 to 4. So keep that in mind as well. Now, this is the setup that I'm looking at. Where I really want is this left shoulder with my stop loss at the low with the minimum 1 to 3 risk to reward. So let's take a look. Let's take a look what the market wants to do. Remember, whenever it starts to come back for me, that's where I want to target. Let's see. So it's already around my 1 to 3, right? Which is solid. So this is what I'm targeting anyways. Now, let's take a look. Boom. Right at my entry. Let's go. Let's go, baby. This is what we do. Fire. Market went our way. And it's okay that it didn't touch my original zone. Guys, it's fine. Mark up the chart. Once the market gives you confirmation, this is why I like to just have this right here. Right? Let's go back a little bit more. This is why I like to have my lines like this, because I'm not guessing. I'm not like, oh, is this a setup? Is it not? No, the market is going to tell you. You guys ever have like a toxic boyfriend or girlfriend that gives you the silent treatment? You know what I'm saying? Like you're trying to talk to them and they're like not budging. They're just giving you the silent treatment, right? So you don't have any confirmations just yet. You don't know what's really wrong. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as it's time to go eat, you're like, man, what you want? You hungry or not? Yeah. You got confirmation, baby. It's time to go eat. Does that make sense? I'm telling you guys, man, don't try to force something. Let the market tell you. The market's already toxic. And if you're trading the indices, I mean, bro, you're messing with the wrong one, the wrong Latina. Let me tell you. But as soon as we get this, guys, bro, the market told you. It may have gave you some attitude, right? Like Latinas do. But bro, the market told you what it wants to do. Now all we have to do is wait. Set an alert right here. I like to set pending order. So this was a pending order for me. Once I have something that looks this clean, guys, I'm already trusting the setup. For me, like once I see something this clean, I'm already like, all right, I got the setup, I got the confirmations, my pending order is in. Let's see what the market wants to do. Boom. And the market did its thing. Hit TP. It did its thing, guys. Right? That right there was a nice setup. Super solid setup. Does anybody have any questions regarding this at all? Let me know, guys. You guys can always unmute. But you know, I'm gonna ask y'all questions too. You know, we're gonna get better as a team collectively, guys. Don't be scared to unmute on these calls. These calls are meant to get you guys better. You know, that Loki sound like a fart. That's money. All right, guys. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up. I think Andrew sent in was it Andrew? Austin. Let me see. Where's this thing at? Natural gas. Hey, Austin, is this the area right here that we had talked about in Mexico that shot the market up or not?
Say it again.
When we were in Mexico, you know how we were looking for buys? Was this the specific buy that shot the market up or no? That's a different one.
No, that's the same one.
Oh,
And I caught it. That's the one I passed my funded with.
let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go ahead and take a look at this on what is this? Natural gas futures? Okay. Cannot even spell. This one, right? I think it is this one.
I think that one's the micro though. I put that one on the micro.
Wait, what do you mean on the micro?
Like instead of the natural, instead of like the regular size one, it's a micro. So it's a different chart. Like it's the same chart, but it's a like it looks different. If that
It's
makes
the
sense.
mini one.
Yeah.
Oh, is it this one right here? Or which one? Highlight on my chart. Annotate. Which one is it?
It's the
Should I just put mini?
Get some more cards, Chef. That's why you said.
yeah. It's the yeah.
I'm just gonna go. Is it this? Let me look at the features. Let me know, Austin, if you see it, bro. Let me know. Or highlight it. Oh, let me pull up the chats real quick.
It's the MNG1.
MND1.
MNG1.
MNG1. Okay, got you. Let's go. You're looking at this specific area, if I'm not mistaken, right? 1 hour time frame. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Awesome. So let's take a look at the daily time frame real quick. Oh my gosh, bro! Just so you guys know, just so y'all know, Austin sent out the chart. I think was it the weekly time frame? Nah, it was the daily.
It was the daily.
It wasn't on this chart specifically either. It was on a different one. But just so y'all know, Austin sent this thing in, right? I told him, hey, let's look for buys around here. Why this zone specifically? Let's take a look at this. Check me out. Notice how we have higher high, higher low, break of structure. So let's go ahead and mark that up. Guys, when you guys keep something as simple as just BOS, guys, the basics will take you so far with levels. So look at this. 3 candle breakout rally. Would you guys consider that a breakout rally? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So my starting point would be right here. Now look at this, guys. Demand. The market taps into this area, and then we wake up the next week or the next day and the market's up here. It literally gapped the market. So when you see gaps like this, guys, you can consider this just a big ass candle. I know it's going to look weird, but when you guys see a nice gap in the market, just consider this a big green candle. So you're going to see higher high, higher low, higher high. And then we have break of structure. Does that make sense, guys? So when I'm looking at that, where's my last selling candle? 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, right there. My last selling candle is literally right here, guys, with my stop loss at this low. Now on this chart, we hit stop loss, but on the regular chart, I don't think it hit stop loss. Either way, there is ways to get back in.
On the regular one, it didn't hit stop loss.
Yeah, it did not hit stop loss. It came a little deep, but then it literally, oh, don't, that was scary. It literally gapped again. Guys, notice how strong these zones are. Notice how it gapped again. So again, what do? Just consider this a big ass candle. Can you guys okay that? Appreciate it. It's just an alarm. Just consider that a big green candle. And what did that do? Break a structure to the upside. So my next demand zone would be right here. Right? My next demand zone is right there. And there's nothing we can do until it comes up. Right? Nothing we can do. Right? But look, this is the thing. Even though we wanted to take buys in this area, guys, just because we want that does not mean the market is going to give it to us. I'm going to be honest. Just because we want zones down here does not mean the market is going to give it to us. So what do we have to do as levels traders? We have to mark up, fam. So as we go back, oh, hold on. Let's go back. And we'll start marking up again. Boom. Guys, would you guys consider this a break of structure to the downside?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes. Awesome. Let's continue. Until we get a change of character, we are not looking for buys just yet. Again, we're waiting for buys right here, or we wait for the confirmation to take another buy. Right? So need change of character line. Cool. Let's continue. Market gives us a lower low, lower high. Has it broken out yet? Boom. We finally got it. So let's go ahead. Break a structure to the downside. We have lower low, lower high, breakout. Right? So now my change of character needs to be right here. Because if we were going to change character, it would look like this. Lower low, lower high, lower low, change of character. We now have my confirmation. Does this make sense, guys? As soon as we get this, let's start looking for some buys. But it hasn't done that yet, right? So let's continue. Boom. We have one more, or two more actually. We have a break of structure right here. Right? Break of structure. Now, just because we have one candle right here, guys, we can't ignore them. We can't ignore them. So this would also be a break of structure. And my change of character line would move from here down to here. So let's take a look. We want to buy here, but if the market gives us the confirmation, hey, let's take the opportunities as they come. Because you know what the market will do? The market will give us confirmation to continue buying, and it'll save this zone for later. And then before you know it, the market is up here, and you're saying, oh man, the market ain't ever coming back there. And you know what happens when you're not expecting it or when big news comes? Fat drop, and then it's gone. Trust me, guys. Set alerts.
Excuse me, Benny.
Yes, sir. Oh, did you have a question?
Yeah, man.
Oh, what's up?
So isn't that technically counter trading?
Counter trend trading?
Yeah.
What do you mean exactly?
So on the higher time frames, are we going up?
Yes, we're going up.
So isn't that technically counter trading? Counter trend trading?
I'm not taking any sales in this area.
Oh, so you're just marking up. All right.
I'm just marking up to wait for confirmation.
Okay, perfect.
Can you with good confirmations? Yes, but no, it's counter trend trading, and that counter trend has an ending point, which would be this area.
Okay.
Make sense?
So basically, you start looking for sales right after it goes below your head, right?
You can once it starts to come closer. I'm not even looking for more sales, bro. Let's start looking for buys.
Okay, perfect.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yep.
I also have
And
a
personally-
question. Why is that one candle considered breakage structure? Like, is that
On the-
consolidation for real?
On the 4-hour time frame, it's one candle, but on the 1-hour time frame, boom, we have some structure now.
Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, so even though on one time frame it may look like one candle and it may not look like nothing, but on a lower time frame, it's definitely something, right? So keep that in mind. That's one question too that I had with Oren, but he would be like, nah, you have to count those because sometimes they give you those for you to think it's nothing, and they use that as an entry. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll mark it up. And I'll
Nah,
start
for
and I'll
real.
start
It makes
testing
sense.
it. Cool. So look, let's see what we got. Again, we're waiting for buys, but if the market gives us buy confirmation, let's do what the market is letting us know. Let's do what the market is letting us, the market is giving us confirmation. Let's listen. So boom, we finally get the breakout rally. Awesome. Would you consider this a breakout rally? Not only did we break and change character here, but we broke and changed character there as well. So that right there is double confirmation for me. Right? Not only did it break one, but two. So let's go ahead. Change of character. So look at this. We have a 4-candle breakout rally. My last selling candle would be right here. So I can literally just use that. I mean, if you want to use the shoulder, you can. You definitely can. Oops, that's not the shoulder. Shoulder, baby. Entry, stop loss at the low. All right, that's the dominant low. And again, guys, when you see setups with big stop losses, you either have to under leverage. You guys should all be calculating trades anyways, right? So you either have to under leverage a bit, so this can be what you're wanting to risk, or you drop down to a lower time frame and you wait for the same thing to happen. So once we have a setup here, you can use this, right? Then you can use something like this with a bit better risk to reward. Does that make sense, guys? If this stop loss is too big for you, you either have to under leverage or you have to wait for the same thing to happen on a lower time frame so the setup can be a bit smaller. Does that make sense, guys?
Yes, it makes sense.
Awesome.
Makes sense.
How low
Awesome.
would you go, Petey? Like in terms of time frame?
For me, I'll go down to at least the 1 or the 15-minute. But if you're looking at 15-minute structure, you're already looking at 1 hour structure, bro. Just go up to the 1 hour. You
Okay.
know, I like to wait for the 1 hour for sure. So if you're someone who's looking at the 15 or 30-minute, like, bro, you're already looking at 1 hour structure. You're just adding more candles in. Jump up one time frame, you know?
Perfect. Thank you.
Yes, sir. So this is what we're looking at. Boom, tapped it, and we're gone. Let's see. We're gone. See, sometimes, guys, not every trade is going to be entry and take off. So when you're in a trade, you have good money management, 1. And 2, if your stop loss is not hit, don't exit the trade. All they want to do here is make you emotional. Like, oh, consolidating. They have to drop lower. Guys, don't get emotional. If you see the setup, trust the setup until your stop loss is hit, and then we can start to readjust. Right? But as of right now, this is a winning trade, and the market has hit TP. Let's go. Let's go. I don't even trade this stuff. I don't trade futures. But this right here, simple play. Awesome play. Did it mess around for a couple days? Yeah. How long from entry? It took 2 days for the market to take off. Hey, I've been there. I've been emotional when I'm in trades like this. The market hits my entry and just hangs out right here. Profit, even, profit, even. And you're thinking, oh man, it's consolidating. The market has to drop lower to give me a better entry. Guys, I thought that, and I would get out of trades early, and then the market would take off. And I'm looking at the setup and I'm looking at them like the market was nowhere near close to my stop loss. So why did I get out of this setup? You know what I'm saying? Trust me, I've been there. That's why I'm letting you guys know. I'm telling you this stuff specifically because I've been there. All right. Trust me, guys. If you see the setup, let it do its thing. But that right there was a solid trade. And let's see what you're looking at. Let's exit this out. Can I exit? Now you're looking at this right here. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my goodness. I mean, it looks like it barely missed it. I'll be real with you. But you can see, why did it come back here, guys? That was a missed opportunity on the 4-hour time frame for sure. But why did it come back here? Would you guys consider that a breakout rally? Right? Would you guys consider this a breakout rally?
Yes.
My long selling candle. It
Yes,
barely missed
sir.
it. Sniper problems. Right? Now let's go to the daily. Boom. On the daily time frame, you in there like swimwear. This is why, guys, I don't just stick to one time frame. I like to adjust, right? I like to adjust. So if you looked at this on the daily and adjusted, you're able to get in. And if you were like, you know what, I'm gonna stick with the 4-hour time frame, hey, you were barely missed. And hold on, because you were missed. You're barely missed, but I would be okay with that. Why? Because every strategy, no matter what it is, you're going to be missed just like this, right? You're going to be missed. You're going to have perfect snipes. You're going to have entries where they consolidate as soon as it puts you in. and you're gonna hit stop loss. There's nothing we can do about that stuff. I didn't get in here, but I would be so happy that I was right. Wouldn't you be happy if you were right on the directional bias? Let
Yes.
that build confidence in you guys. Yeah, sure. I mean, we missed it. I mean, it happens. Trust me. Like we miss trades all the time, right? I mean, it happens. Nothing. There's literally nothing we can do. But I will be so happy. Now, after that, we just continue to mark up. Look at what we got here. Consolidation, sweep of liquidity, change of character. So we have a bearish breakout. So I'm gonna label this red because it's a bearish breakout. Right? I'm gonna label this a change of character, even though this is a breaker structure to the upside. I'm looking at this as an inverted, right? So we have consolidation. This BOS is my left shoulder. This sweep of liquidity is my head, and then we get the change of direction, right? So we have our starting point, our 4-hour starting point. This is the breakout rally. 4-hour starting point's right here. And my inverted shoulder is right here. So you guys see how some of the plays in the past that we just went over, sometimes the starting point and the shoulder are like right on top of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they're not. Just like this. And this is why I teach you guys 2 entries. Because what if the market comes down, comes down, comes down, and taps and gives us the change of character? Once we get this, guys, hey, it may leave this zone for later, but what did the market give you? It gave you confirmation. Bearish BOS, bearish BOS, bearish BOS, bearish BOS. Guys, did we get the change of character here?
Yes.
Yes. So you know what? It looks like the starting point was the zone, the specific zone they wanted, and they're ready to go. Once the market comes back here, I'm looking to take some buys. And you know what? Sometimes the market will fool us too. But we can't be afraid of that because, hey, if this is the original zone we want, I don't mind hitting a small stop loss to get an even better risk to reward. Because at the end of the day, the market made that U-turn here, right? Market made that U-turn here. Now, if we were looking at something like this, guys, the setup gets even sweeter the lower it goes. The lower it goes, right? So if we end up hitting stop loss with something like this, I already know where the next zone is that they want to go to. We have to take opportunities as they come and not be scared when something like that happens. That's why I go over the starting points and the inverted shoulders, because both of these can happen, right? What if the market gives you the move, right? Starts to consolidate and then gives us that drop. Hey, it is what it is. Hopefully we were able to take partials, move our stop loss to break even, having good money management. But as soon as that market comes down here, we're looking to go. We're looking to go. Does that make sense, guys?
Makes sense.
Awesome. 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 Does anybody have any questions before we end?
Do you like the setup or
I do like this setup. I do. Yep. This is the daily time frame.
guys? Sorry, we're at the Texas lock-in. It's really loud, so I'm trying to listen as best as possible.
No, you're good, bro. You're totally good. Now look at this too. We're on the daily time frame. What is this, bro? This is a starting point. So we're already good. You know, from here down to here, technically we're in buy zone territory. Keep that in mind, guys. This is why we take opportunities, because something like this can definitely happen. Let's just delete the, let's go back down actually. Something like this can happen because this whole zone is buyer's territory on higher time frame. So guys, don't only stick to one time frame, adjust, move up, go down to see the whole picture, right? Sometimes we may have a couple zones here, but once we jump up, you're like, okay, cool. You know what? Maybe, you know, I already see a good demand zone on the daily time frame. So you know what? Maybe I'm just gonna wait for that instead. I'm gonna delete these 2 and just eliminate and just focus on the one. You can do that. You can do that. right? When you see my charts, I like to keep everything marked up because I want to be as detailed as possible, right? But I do like this, Austin.
But you
Shoot.
do. So I marked it up on the 15 though.
All right, let's take a look. So you were looking at, yeah, you're looking at the same thing, right?
Yeah.
You're just a little bit scrunched up like this.
Yeah.
Okay, look, this is the perfect example, Austin. Look at how many candles that we have. Notice when we jump up, it's the same structure, baby. Less candles. We jump up, same structure, baby. Less candles. Notice the 15-minute structure lined up with the hour. Wow. We jumped up another time frame. We eliminated candles, and the 15-minute structure lines up with the 4-hour structure. Do you see how we can eliminate the noise when we can identify structure, guys?
Yes.
But yeah, Austin, I do like this. Doesn't matter if it's the 15, bro. I'm liking this setup, especially when we go up to the higher time frame. Everything just looks a lot clearer. We have the starting point here, inverted here, the daily starting point. It's literally the whole zone, right? So this looks solid, bro. To be more accurate, you can definitely continue doing this as the market drops. That way you can catch that sniper entry and the confirmation entry.
One last thing I want to say: if y'all don't know about natural gas, get on natural gas. It pays. That's all I guess.
I mean, it looks like it pays, bro. It looks like you're having a field day, my boy. Hey, next time I see you, stakes on you, bro.
6K.
Hey, well, next time I see you, it's definitely stakes on you then, baby. Let's go. Let's go, baby. We're gonna have Miguel start while I get nice and full, baby. Let's go. But guys, I appreciate you guys for hopping on the call. We stayed a little bit over. I'm sure you guys don't care about that, man. The value was good. I appreciate you guys sending in your charts and asking your questions and unmuting. That makes the call and everything that much more better. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, guys, I will see you guys in Modesto in a few weeks. And I appreciate you for hopping on the call, man. I will see you guys on Monday. Let's get it. Peace out, fam.